Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney TNT. Today is going to be a different video. I want to do a video response to a video that Boogie2988 just did. He interviewed Kid Behind a Camera. If you don't know these guys, you should. But I just want to, before I start the video, I want to say thank you to both of them because I know this was hard on both their ends to ask people these questions, to answer some of these questions. You know, they're both friends, and Boogie did not hold back. He asked some really hard-hitting questions, and Michael answered these questions. So I want to say thank you to both of these guys. Now, because Kid Behind the Camera gave his side, I want to give the fan side. I want to tell him how we feel about some of the decisions or some of the things that we look at and how we feel. I want to give him that perspective because I think it's very important. He tells it from his side. Let us tell it from our side. Now, before we get started, I love AGP. I love Kid Behind the Camera. These guys, these guys have helped me so much through a lot of different things, and I think we can all agree that they've been here with us in some really hard times in our life. And that might sound weird, but it's true. So I want to talk about the first time that I was actually upset. And I think a lot of us can agree that a lot of us were upset at this time. Emotionally, it was just a bad time. But a lot of the fans started turning on Michael around the time that AGP got sick and around the time he was dying. And that was a bad time for all of us. It was definitely a bad time for Michael. We know this, right? But I don't know if he understands. He did such a good job to make us feel like we were part of the family. Like we knew everything about them, and I know we didn't, but they did such a good job of making us feel like we mattered to them. And I know we're just views, and they do see people and they do care, but there's a lot of us that when AGP died and when AGP was sick, we all felt really helpless, and we wanted to see him, and he didn't want to show him, and that's understandable, but we were hurting, and we knew we might not ever see him again. And you know, we wanted to see him, and I totally understood where he was coming from, where he didn't want to show his dad on, you know, a deathbed, and he wanted us to remember him the way that we remembered him. But we wanted to see him, man. We loved and still love AGP so much, and it was such a hard time. And I think the reason a lot of us were like, what the heck is going on is when he did a video and he called us all monsters. And here's the thing. The way Michael puts it out as whether we're trolls, haters, monsters, whatever it is, he does it in such a blanket statement that's some sort of way it reflects on the viewer. And it's like, well, that's me. Does he think we're a troll? Does he think we're a hater? Does he think we're a monster? Is this what he's talking about? And then he goes on, and this is completely understandable. There's people. He's got a lot of haters. There's a lot of trolls. You know, the videos that he makes, yeah, they're gonna be full of haters, right? It's a there's rages, there's things like that. So you're gonna attract those people, and yes, I know those people exist. I just, there's no denying that. But when he says anybody who wants to see my dad on his deathbed is a monster, that was a blanket statement to all of us because we all wanted to see AGP, not because we're monsters, but because we loved him. And that was really hard to take. And after that, you know, there was we had all the clickbait and we had all these things, and you know, I think there was a video he was categorizing us as a number, or it was something crazy, and I'm like, this is just not the same. These videos are not the same, and obviously the fans understand that the videos aren't going to be the same. He just lost someone that he loves. We lost someone that we care about. I couldn't even watch any of his old videos. I would start to have a mini panic attack every single time I'd see a video pop up. I couldn't click it. I couldn't watch it. I watched 30 seconds and I was done. It was a hard time for all of us, you know, and I understand that the videos quality that he was producing after that was obviously not going to be the best. But when he started making these statements of we're trolls and haters because we dislike the clickbait, because some of the clickbait that he did was just incredible. It's like, why would you even do that? And I think the thing that didn't settle right with me is he didn't say he didn't clickbait, right? He still says it, and he'll say it multiple times. No, I don't clickbait. You don't understand what clickbait is. You don't do this. You don't that. And then he comes off in this video and he says he clickbaits. Well, yeah, we know you clickbait, but you don't say you clickbait. And when you do, it's only on your terms. Because I know you clickbait, you know you clickbait, but then on Twitter, you make fun of the people who say, oh, well, it's not clickbait. They just don't understand. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a video and I'm really going to clickbait just to make them mad. And you blanket it again because we all think you clickbait, even though you don't. I think there's a lot of frustration from a lot of the fans because of a lot of these blanket statements. We care about Michael. We care about the channel. We care about AGP. We care about his channels. But the fans, the true fans, the fans that watch every single video, which I do. I watch every single video. And yes, I do make comments about clickbait sometimes and things like that because it's frustrating. But you just make everybody, it's like everybody's out to get you. And everybody's a troll and everybody's a hater because they don't like this. And I understand that you need to clickbait. But you need to understand that we don't like it. Are you going to continue to do it? Yeah, you're going to, and that's fine. You do what you need to do. You do what you need to do to make your money, to support your family. That's a big deal. That's a commitment that you made that you have to keep, and I understand that. But why are you going to lie and say you don't, and then make fun of the people for saying it's clickbait? Whether you're either clickbaiting or not, I don't know. So let's talk about the abuse and things like that. I don't know. I have seen some videos where Michael's pushing his nephews and putting the foot in the face and things like that. I don't agree that he's abusive. I know that he's done some things that are probably questionable, you know, with the Michael Myers stuff and things like that. But, you know, I've made some stupid videos and I've said some stupid things and I've made some stupid decisions. I think what he did in the past would be something he would never do again. I don't think he's abusive. I think I don't think that's true. Everybody's gonna have their opinions. I don't think that's true. Using his dad as a so this is gonna be interesting. This is an interesting topic because I understand that people are very upset that Michael uses. They say he uses his dad's death as a source to make money and things like that with T-shirts and all that other stuff. Now, as a fan, I see why they're saying it, and this is why they're saying it. You make a video, you talk about your dad, you put sad music on it, it hits us. It's like, oh man, it gets us right in the feels. It's like I love AGP. I feel bad that Michael's saying this, and then all of a sudden, right after that segment, right after you do that, you can also go buy his shirt that's in this store and this store and this. You could do this and this and this. And that is why people were upset. That's it. It's very simple. You would do those things, and I don't think you really do those things anymore. The later vlogs, when you do push your merch and stuff, it's not as bad. But when your dad did pass away in the very beginning, you were pushing that merch store right after every story. And I know that you were talking about your dad. That got you emotional. You knew that he wanted to push merch, and that probably came up right after in your head. You're a vlogger. You're going to talk about whatever you're thinking, and boom, you hit that. But on our side of things, it seemed very weird that you would talk about your dad, and then all of a sudden you would try to throw us the sales pitch right after. That was weird. So there's a lot of other things, but I think those are just the things that I'm going to talk about right now. I'm a fan. I will continue to watch the videos until Michael stops making the videos. There's just there's those little things, those blanket statements that makes us all look like horrible people in your eyes. It's just, I don't think it's fair. Where your dad came off and passed away, and we were all really heartbroken, and you would say these sad stories and then bring up the merch store right after. That's why we're upset. That's why we're like, wait, what the heck is going on here? That's not fair. That's kind of where we come off as a fan. So again, thank you to Michael and Boogie for doing this video. I thought it was a great video, and I think both of these guys get a lot of credit for actually completing this video, because I'll be honest, I don't think I could have asked a friend those questions that Boogie asked, and I don't think I would answer some of those questions if someone was asking me those, because they were very personal, and some of them were ridiculous, but they needed to be asked. So thank you guys. All right. So that said, like, favorite, share, subscribe, do what you guys need to do. I'm going to share this on Twitter with Boogie, and I'm going to share it with Michael. I don't know if they'll ever see this. I hope Michael gets a chance to kind of see where the fans are coming from. But hey, I'll keep watching the videos and keep doing my thing, and I hope his channel's successful, and I hope everybody on their side of the fence stays healthy and stays successful. Alright guys.